Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you something very luxurious and something very special, the new improved wooden photo books by PixMig. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to check the notifications bell to never miss a new video. If you're a regular follower, you have heard about PixMig in the past, but if you're new to my channel or you haven't seen my previous video of the wooden photo books, then let me give you a little bit of info about PixMig. PixMig is a professional photo album maker in Macedonia, and they specialize in silver halide professional photo books and albums. They have lots of linen, leather photo books, acrylic photo books, but the one thing that makes them really stand out is their real wooden photo books. Many companies sell photo books which have a wood effect cover, but PixMig is one of the very few companies who actually sells photo books with real wood cover and a real wooden box to come with. 2 years ago, I showed you this wooden photo book with the box, which was Into the Wild, and many of you absolutely loved it, and that was the first time you heard about it. PixMig just expanded the range to have more options to choose from, and also the photo book and the box has been improved, and they come in a much nicer wood selection. So I'm very happy to show you the new wooden photo books in this new video. These wooden photo books or bundles, packages have to be reserved for something truly special. It's not an everyday photo book. Their primary purpose is obviously for weddings, but I believe that they are perfect for any other occasion where you have professional quality photographs, such as baby shoots, portfolios, family photos, or honeymoons, engagements, and even travel. When I first saw these photo books, the first word that came to my mind was safari and wildlife. And I was thinking to myself, what better way to display your nature photographs than in an actual wooden photo book? And therefore I created a safari photo book in these wooden presentations, but I also have a wedding photo book to show you in this video so you can see how it works in both scenarios. So let's start with the specs of the book. Sizes. So the wooden photo book with the box comes in a single size at the moment, which is 12 by 12 inch or 30 by 30 centimeters square. It's a mighty size for a mighty occasion. And what you need to know about this is that a square size, I think, is probably the best fit for any kind of photo. So whether you have portrait photos, landscape photos, or square photos, you can easily fit them into a square shaped photo book. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be nice to have maybe one more size, like a landscape, since landscape photo books are so popular, but I don't think that this wooden photo book would work really well with small photo books like 8 by 6 or 10 by 10, because it would be too bulky for a small photo book and you wouldn't be able to get that kind of wow factor from it. Let's move on to the cover. So as you can see, the cover of the book, the front and the back is wooden, and the thickness of the cover is around 4 millimeters. It's a very nice smooth cover, and it comes in 3 different shades. And this is something new because it used to come in just one shade. So you've got walnut, maple and mahogany. And I'm going to show you now the 3 different covers. So here is the first one, the second one, and the third one. So these are the 3 shades you can choose from. Now what you can see here is that there's engraving on all 3 books on the front cover, and this comes free of charge, and this is a laser engraving. You can choose text, or you can choose something nicer with a little graphic if it's for a wedding, or if you want to make it more classic looking. So you can have a look at the examples here. This is how the engraving looks. This is my safari book, the Will Patu, with something more funky looking, and this one is more of a stylized engraving, A and H, so the initials of the couple and the date of the wedding. And just for comparison, this was the old wooden photo book, so it had a more rustic look to it, and the new ones seem a little bit more polished. The other thing that's new is that you can choose the color of this beautiful leather spine. So the leather is basically what holds the book together, the cover sheets and the book inside. And we've got 3 options for this, and here are the samples. So we've got latte, chocolate, and Nero. So a black, brown, and a white color. Let's have a look at the binding. The books are, of course, seamlessly flat, and they are flush mount as well, because there is a sheet inserted between the pages for rigidity. Now, the book starts with an empty flyleaf, a black sheet for extra elegance. It's a textured paper, and then the photos start on the right side of the second spread. Now, as you can see with this book, I added a little bit of text and introduction to the book of the national park where these photos were taken. The book is perfect for panoramic shots because, as you can see, there's no break in the middle and it stays perfectly flat. And what I meant about the flush mount is that there's a very fine sheet inserted between the 2 pages for rigidity, and it's very difficult to bend the page. It doesn't curl, but it's not bulky and it's not very heavy. So it's kind of in the golden middle. I'm just going to page through this book so you can see how it looks. These were my photos from Sri Lanka when I spent 1 day in Sri Lanka and I managed to go to Wilpattu National Park. And I really wanted to create or put these photos into a wooden photo book because I think the 2 go really well together. You can include a maximum of 50 pages, which is 25 spreads, and the book comes with 30 pages, so 15 spreads. Pages are left hand side, the spread is the 2 together in the base price. Let's talk a little bit about the paper options. You can choose from 2 different paper types. There is the Silk and the Album HD. So I'm going to show you the 2 different papers here. The Silk is basically less shiny. It has a subtle sheen, but it's also very strongly textured. It resembles canvas in its texture and it's very kind to fingerprints. The High Gloss or Album HD is very shiny and it has a completely smooth surface. Now here is the difference between the 2 finishes. You can see the shine as well and the color reproduction. The colors look vibrant on both papers, but my suggestion would be, or what I would use them for, if you have black and white photos, definitely go for the Silk option. And if you want that subtle kind of elegant look, again, the Silk is best for that. If you want the best vibrancy and richest dynamic range for your photos, go for the Album HD. It also has kind of a loud popping look or style, so when you have a photo book with glossy pages, it's going to be more eye-catching than the Silk. Let's talk a bit more about print quality. As I mentioned in the intro, all of these books are printed using silver halide printing method, and that means it's a photographic print which is very kind to skin tones. It yields beautiful natural colors, so it's perfect for wildlife and nature photography, and you won't see any of the little dots that you would see in a digital print. I'm very happy with the colors and the dynamic range. There's a nice contrast, and as I said, for this wildlife shot, it's absolutely beautiful. While I'm talking about the edit, I'm going to show you this wedding album as well, so you can see how gorgeous a wedding album would be in this kind of a photo book. So as you can see, the layouts are quite simple in this photo book. They're very classy, elegant. It doesn't look like a scrapbook. Here again, just have a look at the difference between the gloss and the Silk. This is a Silk option and this one is the High Gloss. The editor is an online editor that you have to access from PixMig website, and you have to upload your photos. The interface is very user-friendly, it's very easy to use, but as I mentioned, it is not like Mixbook or like a scrapbook editor, because you don't want those kind of layouts in a book of this caliber. When you start your photo book, you can choose from a number of pre-made layouts, but you can also design your photo book from scratch. And whichever option you choose, you can obviously customize it and you can fine-tune it to your own taste. And one more thing to talk about is the gorgeous boxes. So as I mentioned, all of these books come with a matching box. The box is polished. It's beautiful and smooth. You have the same engraving on the top and it has a slide off door. It's very heavy, by the way. It's not a light box. And when you slide it off, there is a little ribbon which matches the color of the spine to help you lift out your book. Now, what I love most about this box is that it's deep enough for you to put some extra things into the box. So it's almost like a keepsake. And if it's a wedding album, you can put your wedding invitation or some memorabilia from your wedding day. If it's a baby shoot, you can put like a little bag with your baby's first haircut or whatever. If it's a travel book, then you can put your tickets and boarding passes, so you can keep everything in one box. The box is a perfect match in size to the book, but because it's a little bit deeper, there's plenty of space to fill it up with extra goodies. That's all I wanted to say about the boxes, and now let's have a look at the full price. The wooden photo books cost 199 euros at the moment, which is around 170 British pounds or 230-40 US dollars, depending on the exchange rate. And bear in mind that that price includes 30 pages, free laser engraving, and a free matching box. However, I have a code for you. Use the code PhotobookGuru to get 20% off your order. Delivery of the books was very quick. It came with FedEx. I think that's what they use for all international orders. And sometimes I think the post office, depending which one is better or faster. Every time I got a parcel from PixMig, the packaging was so meticulous and well done. It was very well packed and everything arrived safe. And when you send something that's really heavy and expensive, you really want to make sure that it arrives safe and in a perfect condition. So what's new with the books? What is different to my previous video? Well, the inside of the book is really kind of the same as it used to be. The only thing that changed there was that you have more themes available now when you edit the photo book. The main change is in the presentation and the outer materials. So as I said, you've got now 3 wood options to choose from, and also 3 leather options for the spine. And the new wood materials or samples are much nicer, more improved and more sophisticated than the old one. So that's the main difference between the improved new and the old wooden photo book. I hope you find these photo books just as beautiful as I did. Google search is not very kind to smaller companies. It's sometimes very difficult to find out about these photo books when you try to search for them. But when you do find them, you'll see that they really do offer little gems, and they will provide a really personalized and excellent customer service. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.